What's going on, Muscle Monsters? Align Gonzalez here, and in this video I want to give you the very simple formula for getting absolutely shredded without losing your muscle mass or without starving yourself in the process. First things first, if you already know exactly how many calories you're consuming, then what I want you to do is just decrease your calorie intake by about 250 and then follow the steps that I'm going to outline in this video. If you have no idea how much you're consuming or you're just getting started, then what I want you to do is take your body weight in pounds and multiply it by 14. You're gonna get a number. That is your starting point. That is the number of calories that you're going to be consuming in the beginning, okay? And this 14 comes from, your resting metabolic rate, the thermic effect of food, and the thermic effect of activity. Most people will maintain their body weight at about 16 times body weight in pounds. So in order to jump right into a slight deficit, we'll start with 14. Now again, this is just a starting point. This is not going to ensure that you're automatically losing fat, but it's definitely going to ensure that you have a starting point that makes sense. And so the next thing we want to do is we want to start consuming that number of calories daily. Now keep in mind that if we want to maintain our muscle mass, we're going to need to ensure that we're getting 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. All right, so keep that in mind when you're hitting your total calories for the day. All right, so the next thing again is we need to start consuming this many calories daily, and every morning under the same circumstances, I want you to weigh yourself. Okay, and at the end of the week, I want you to get an average of all of your weigh-ins. Okay, do this for 2 weeks. Once you've done this for the second week, now you can compare your averages. All right, if your body weight is going down, this means you are in a caloric deficit. All right, this means you can keep everything the same and you will continue to lose weight until you're not anymore. And the way we're going to ensure that we remain in a deficit is by continuing to weigh ourselves every morning under the same circumstances and getting these weekly averages. Once you get to a point where that weekly average is no longer going down, this is when we're going to make our adjustments. And the adjustments can come one of two ways. We can either decrease our total calories by 250, or we can add a short 15-minute HIIT session to our week. Okay, you don't want to do both, because if you do both, then you're going to hit your ceiling much sooner, meaning you're going to end up eating far too little calories and doing far too much cardio by the time you're getting towards the end of your fat loss phase. The goal with the fat loss phase, if we want to maintain muscle, is to eat as much as possible while being in a deficit, while doing as little cardio as possible while being in a deficit. And so, once you hit that point where it's time to make that adjustment, just choose one. Do you want to decrease your calories slightly, or do you want to increase your physical activity slightly? What you can do, just to make things simple, is alternate. One time you stall, decrease your calories by 250. The next time you stall, increase your physical activity by 15 minutes of HIIT per week. All right, and then you just keep alternating. And by the time you've been, dieting for 12 weeks, you're still eating a relatively high amount of calories and you're not doing an excessive amount of cardio. All right, if you can continue to do this for a prolonged period of time while maintaining your strength in the gym, then you will ensure that number one, you're losing weight consistently, and number two, you're maintaining your muscle mass during this fat loss phase. And it's really just that simple. As long as you can ensure that you're tracking your weight and seeing what's happening on a weekly basis, then you have the data you need to make that simple adjustment that puts you right back into that deficit so that you can continue to lose fat. Do this for a prolonged period of time and you can see how eventually you'll get to your body fat goal. So that's pretty much it. Just a very simple formula for you to go from wherever you're at now to wherever you want to be in terms of body fat without starving yourself. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the like button below. If you haven't already, grab my 21-day fast abs program completely free. Go to the link in the description, put your name and your email address, and you'll get instant access to that. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Peace.